Great. So you found your perfect business name. Now, can you legally use it? So this is the topic we're going to be looking at this morning on our Facebook Live. And it's an important one, of course, because not only do we want to protect our business name once our business is up and running and we've tested the concept, but we also need to really understand whether we're infringing on anyone else's trademark as well. So don't forget, if you're watching this morning, we're using StreamYard. So allow StreamYard access to Facebook by going to streamyard.com/Facebook and saying hi to whoever's coming on board. So good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. And the key points we're going to be covering today is we're going to look at the USPTO system and how you can do a quick trademark search. And we're also going to be looking at the ASIC database in Australia and any other regions. You can just literally just Google trademark search and the country that you have your business in or the country of origin that you're working from. So you can do a quick Google search and find a trademark search service there. You can also, we're also going to cover the drafting and the filing of your trademark applications in the United States. And we're also going to kind of cover the concept of don't wait until it's too late to trademark your business. And we'll talk about a roadmap there as well. Now, just a caveat on this is that I'm not a lawyer. So I can't give you legal advice, but however, I can refer you to Kelli Jones, who is our lawyer for entrepreneurs that we've interviewed before. And I'll be sharing those links with you again this morning. So let's get on with the first search, which is the USPTO system. So with the USPTO system, you'll get to a database called TESS. And within that, you can go in and search, do specific searches. So you will click on search the database and you can do a basic word mark search, or if you've got a logo, you may want to do that. However, like I say, if you want to just do a basic one for now when you first start up and you've chosen your domain name. Now, I don't know if you've had a look at my 8 steps to launch, but this is step 3 on the 8 steps to launch. So this is your basic search with regards to not infringing anyone, so that you can choose your business name knowing that you're not infringing, and also you can have a domain name that you know is safe to use in the future. So a very basic search is all you need when you're starting out. But as we talked about earlier, we do need a roadmap as well. So with the US, you would just go in and do your basic word mark. And again, if you need any further information around trademarking, more in depth, then look at booking a consultation with a lawyer. So that's the USPTO system, which is TESS, TESS. And you can do your trademark search there. Now in Australia specific, it's actually ASIC, which is the Australian Securities and Investment Commission. So we can go in and have a quick look at that. And here you can see the trademarks. You've got an Australian trademark search, and there's also a video that you can watch with regards to information around your trademark search. The key learning, I guess, from here is the fact that we're going to really want to start out seeking legal advice for your legal roadmap, because it's not actually necessary to go out straight out the bat and do a trademark protection application when you're just starting out. So Kelli Jones has a really good roadmap recommendation. And let's just see what she has to say here. We start around the 10-minute mark.
I guess that comes down to like question 2. So when you kind of like start your journey as an entrepreneur, and so someone's got the desire to take their hobby to a kind of professional business level now. They're trying to get serious now. So I guess from that, where would you take it? Like, what would you recommend they do from a legal perspective with regards to protecting themselves? I guess.
Yeah. So usually this is kind of really depends on what avenue you're looking to go into. So I kind of, have different things. Like if you are an online service-based business, usually the first thing you're doing is trying to get clients. So as far as legal, I say the first, your first priority really is to get that one-on-one client contract or contract template. That way you're protected from the start. And, you can even have that first client kind of like verbally commit to you. So then you kind of know that like you're going to get that money. Then you go buy the template, customize it, send it out to that client, get paid back. For the people that are like bootstrapping their business. And then it really depends if you are starting a product business. Your first priority might be more so of looking into at least trademarks, because you don't want to name your product or spend all this money on products and branding for everything. Same with brick and mortar. If your name is not something that you can trademark in your country, if someone else already has it or has something that's like too similar in the same kind of like area, like product area or goods and services area, because you don't want to put all that money into something that you'll just get like potentially a cease and desist letter. So it really depends on like what you're starting with. Usually overall, I say to people that like if they're not really sure about the legal, one, of course, like a lawyer on Instagram and stuff will have a lot of like free educational information and stuff. And then also if they can, I usually say that the best place is if they don't know what legal they should be prioritizing, to kind of speak with a lawyer and get a roadmap for you. Like people come to me and they'll say, oh, I'm starting this business. And I'll say, okay, you need a client contract right now. Then after you're creating XYZ, or you've been in business for 6 months, let's talk about what type of business entity we're going to set up. And then after that, let's talk about filing your trademark. We kind of like, depending on what they say to me about what they want to do, what products, services, all kind of stuff, I say, okay, then this is your priority. That way you kind of have an idea of like how to budget. Maybe I'll tell you like, oh, you don't need to trademark that because, maybe you're using your name as your business or you really don't know if you want to stick with it. You don't see yourself using that name in 3 years, and, why spend money on trademarking it? So that's why if you can get that individual, just like one consultation with kind of a roadmap, that is usually going to be the most like cost-effective way.
Yeah, perfect. Is that the service that you provide when it's Pick Your Legal Brain on your website?
Yes.
As a roadmap. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So, Kelly, I think I've got a banner here that we can pop up with your website address. So Kelly's got a website which is kellijonslaw.com. So she's got lots of great services under there and a lot of freebies to download. So if anyone wants to hop across there after the live and have a look, you'll see that she's got a service to pick her legal brain. So if you need a roadmap, that's, I guess, a really good place to start, I'd say.
So that was Kelly. I'm going to drop the link in the whole Facebook Live interview that we had with her a while back, because there's some really good points with regards to your legal standpoint as a startup. And so we'll copy that in for you later. And to recommend her services, you just need to go to kellijonslaw.com. And there's a /trademark consultation, or there's also an area where you can pick her legal brain, and it's a free consultation there. So when you go on to her trademark services under her website, you'll see that the specific roadmap or the starting of the service for you is just scheduling an initial consultation, a basic search, and then it can be a more comprehensive search, and then she does the whole thing for you. So the application begins at around 2,250 US. But again, from the interview, she was talking about, you know, speak to her whether you actually do need to trademark. If you're acting under your own name, so your business is under your own name, you may not need to, things like that. So you wouldn't want to go to all that expense to trademark something that you don't actually need to trademark. So don't forget to reach out to Kelli if you can when you get started, or about 6 months in as well, you would look at trademarking. So don't wait until your business grows to trademark and then find out that your name is, basically you're not entitled to use that name, or someone else is using it, or someone else has taken your name. So, you know, you could be infringing on someone else's trademark, but they could also take your idea and use that, and you've got no legal claim to that name. So, you know, you don't want to have to rebrand everything. So that's probably not the ideal situation. So as I said, you know, this just a 10 to 15 minute live this morning, just with regards to the importance of trademarks, where in your startup journey you should be trademarking, and recommended to Kelli Jones, the lawyer for entrepreneurs, if you need to do a free consultation and get a roadmap going for your business to make sure you're on the correct journey, and also to make sure you're not infringing on anyone else's trademark. So good to have you here again, and I'll post the link to Kelli's full replay of protecting your business and the steps about contracts as well, and privacy statements. She covers all that as well. So I'll drop a link in about that. And any questions, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and we'll get back to you on those. Have a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and great to see you here. So thanks for your time. See you later. Bye.